Hello everybody, it's Mr. Second Amendment, and today we are doing a first look of the Glock 19X. So let's shoot it. Alright guys, so here's how we did. 10 yards standing, Winchester 115 grain, just standard target stuff. That's what we got there. Federal aluminum case, bringing that in. Let's see, got Remington UMC doing that right there. Winchester USA Forge, the steel case stuff. And then this is the military NATO ammo right there. So that's 10 yards standing. You guys saw the pace I was doing that at, but now I'm going to bench it, same distance, same ammo. And we're going to try to eliminate me and try to see what the gun is doing. But the good news is it's shooting center of impact. And just so you guys know, the front sight, I was basically covering up the front sight on the target. Just like that is how I was holding on these targets. All right, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to bench it and see if we can eliminate me as a variable. As a side note, if you guys ever want to keep track of your groups, just put the box I shot on the target I shot. So, Alright guys, here's the 10-yard benched results. And there's a demonstration there. I drew that to show what the front sight actually looks like at 10 yards and how I'm holding on these targets here. So you can see pretty much if you're holding on the target like that, your bullets are going where the white front sight post dot is. That's Winchester 115 grain. Got your Federal aluminum over here. Winchester USA Forge, the steel case stuff. There's your NATO ammunition there. And then here's UMC. So pretty much you hold on the target and right over your front sight post dot is where the bullets are going. Alright guys, so here's everything. Gonna safety check that because that's what I do. I already talked about that. Okay, so this is everything that the gun came with. Alright, so Glock 19X, we're gonna put that to the side. Came with these 3 mags, we already talked about that. We got the 2 19 rounders here, and then the minimized profile 17 rounder right there. Okay, also have these different grips, and it came with 4 different changeable grips here. They came on this little spindle assembly thing. So one thing to notice, you get this little extra pin. Now I'm going to assume most of you guys are probably not going to mess with these. You'll probably just buy it and then shoot it and just keep it how it is. But if you did need to mess with the grips like I had to, the way you're going to do that is you're going to look at your spindle thing here and you're going to see an extra pin that's kind of hiding. All right. And that's this guy right here. So you get 2 pins total. You get one that comes in the gun, which is on the spindle now. Okay, and it's a smaller diameter, or excuse me, a smaller length. And then you get a second pin which comes on the spindle, and it's a little bit longer. All right, and the way it works is basically the bottom of your grip hooks on to the bottom of the gun, and then to secure it in place, you take that longer pin and it goes through. And the shorter length pin is just to be in the gun when you're not using a grip at all. But the longer length pin that comes on this when you get the gun, it's meant to go in there. So right now I got the longer length pin just in the grip. It's polymer. Some people, I've been looking on YouTube, some people have been having some serious challenges putting that pin and grip in. But really you just got to hook it on the bottom and then just compress it that way, get that tight on there. And everything here is plastic. The pins are plastic. This thing's plastic. So you don't want to go too crazy with it, but you help drive that in. And then using something like a, let's see here. I'm just sorting out my bore snakes right now, so forgive me here. But using a hammer like this with the nylon head or even the brass side, just some gentle taps getting it in as a final touches there, and it holds really strong. So, like I said, you guys probably won't be messing with the grips a whole lot, but if you do, that's how you do it. Came with the important safeguards, and it's actually a sealed envelope, and I think I'll probably just leave that sealed. Comes with your mandatory pistol lock, which we all use as for other stuff. Got your mag loader here, your standard issue Glock mag loader. Honestly, of course, not the best mag loader in the world, but it's something, and it's cool that they always include that with their Glocks. Of course, you got your bore brush and your rod here, so you can do patches. You know, it's all your standard stuff, really. Probably the coolest thing about it is it comes in this flat dark earth Glock case. I'm really not a big fan of guns with all these cases. I actually, if every gun just came in a cardboard box, kind of like how Ruger does, I'd be really happy with that, because I either use the gun, put it in the safe, put it in a case, I holster it, carry it. I have my own range bags or cases for my stuff, and trying to keep track of all these different cool guy proprietary cases, usually not my favorite thing to do, but in this case, because of what it is, I am going to keep the box, this case here that it came with, and just rock with that. Kind of a side note, now that I just thought of it, one of the cool things is as you shoot it on the flat dark earth of the magazines and on the gun, you kind of get the carbon and whatnot. It kind of adds to the look. It's kind of cool, and you'll have, you can kind of see here, so you got your polymer, but this is almost like, it's not just straight up painted or Cerakoted on there. It's kind of got this like burnt bronze kind of look to it, and especially when you go ahead and shoot it, you're going to get a lot here. It just kind of looks cool. I know that has nothing to do with the tactical value or properties of the gun, but this stuff is pretty heavy duty, by the way. I've been doing a lot of holster stuff, and we're still doing pretty strong here. That barrel, that's the marksman barrel they were talking about. It's kind of, the crown is relieved in a little bit to help protect it, so I think that's cool. You still cannot shoot your cast lead bullets out of here, so if you guys are reloading cast lead bullets, you're not going to want to do that. You're going to want to stick to your plated bullets instead of just shooting your cast stuff. We all know, or should know, about the hexagonal rifling, or that polygonal rifling that Glock uses. Not going to want to be shooting cast lead. So that marksman barrel, don't think that now you can shoot cast lead. They're just really talking about a little minor rifling change, and this relieved crown right here. Gen 5 action here. We got the two pins are gone. We just got one now. All right. And looks like one of my lights just went out. I'm going to have to get a new bulb, but we're going to chamber check it there. And guys, I got to talk about this trigger. This trigger, I don't know, guys. I mean, you guys know I'm indoctrinated on 1911s, and I'm coming from the 1911 world is my mainstay. And anytime I jump on another gun, I acknowledge I'm going to have to work with the trigger. But the trigger on this is, so we're going to pull. We got this spongy mystery wall until something happens at some point. Okay. Now we're going to deal with the reset, which is it's not horrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. Okay. So really, without doing a full review, my assessment so far is some of you guys are probably going to want to switch out these sights, maybe for a fiber optic front and a blacked out rear, whatever your preference is. I can rock with the 3-dot just because I've gotten used to them over the years. But some of you guys probably want to mess with the sights. And another thing that's probably going to have to happen here is we're going to have to get some kind of aftermarket trigger. The weight, it's not the weight. I can deal with a heavy trigger. That's really not the problem. It's just, you can see that. I'm going to try to get in close without the lighting totally sucking. You can see this mystery spongy wall, and then at some point, something happens. So, yeah, I admit I'm a trigger and reset snob. I get it, but like Glock guys, is this you guys been dealing with this kind of stuff for so long that, I don't know. Something's gonna have to happen. Right now, I'm just working with it, and I understand. Okay, this pistol was designed to be a service pistol for the Army. It didn't make it or didn't get selected. I still think it's totally has value though. So I get it. If you're gonna mass issue this gun with a safe action pistol to the troops or a police force or whatever, this is not a horrific trigger for that purpose. But if you want to do better on your own, you're probably going to want to upgrade that, and I think I will at some point. But overall, in terms of the build quality, it's everything you can expect with Glock. Side note, yeah, the 19X, these are the Austrian ones. They do have a plant in the U.S., and this is not one of them. The 19X, as far as I know, this is all Austria. So if that matters, but anyway, this is what we're dealing with, guys. So far, I still recommend the 19X. It's just the sights and the trigger are probably two areas for improvement that you might want to hit. But other than that, everything else is still good to go. I haven't had a single jam on this thing. The only issue I've had is sometimes the slide does not hold open to the rear. And I primarily shoot the Magpul 21 rounders when I shoot this thing. But I've identified that that's actually me with my crazy Monster Man grip here. And I'm so used to riding the safety on a 1911 that I tend to start doing this business. So that's a me problem, but functionally, mechanically, other than that, me inducing my own problems here. I've actually had no jams as expected. Everything should be good. And I've been shooting all kinds of weird stuff out of it. Brass, steel, aluminum, everything. It's a tank. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoy the quick look. As I get more time and familiarity on the system, maybe I'll do some upgrades to it. I'll do a full actual review, but this is a Glock 19X quick look. Thanks for watching.